And welcome back, everybody. Hopefully we got that problem under control. I did a full system reboot as Jake is going to get that first goal here of the game. And putting Hexalink A-Poles on the board first.
Yeah, what a beautiful play there to get that game started. 2-0. Quick lead here for Hexalink Apples. As we finally we get to see some great action in this Challenger Cup.
We do get to see some fantastic action in this Challenger Cup. Of course, that's going to be a quick turnover there. And I see now that it's Apples, and I feel kind of funny for pronouncing it funny. But you know what? It is what it is. We try our best. And, we get the job done. As Pigeon is going to send that one into the, their offensive bubble, the other team's defensive bubble, but it will be Slads there picking it up and turning it around here for Hexalink.
And now down into Bite of 87 zone. Will be picked up and thrown through the tunnel. A fight for the disc here, but first to get there is Gunny Saul. Gunny Saul to Duke. Duke streaking on the floor. We'll get that through the tunnel. But stack, just missing there for Bite of 87. First to get there is Jake, puts the shot, a goal, hits it off the post. And it'll bounce back out to mid.
Now that bounce to mid will be grabbed there by Ryruff on the far side that gets his pocket picked. As Duke Tygarb sends that one into the bubble here, will be collected by a teammate. That is Jake getting his second there on the board, assisted by Duke, and 2 minutes in, Hex has a 4-point lead.
Yeah, and this is a 1 seed versus 8 seed matchup. I don't know if many people would have said that at the start of this game would be 4-0 for Hexalink, as they're coming out dominating in this round 1. So
yeah,
picked up.
Good.
To Swagor.
Sorry.
Sorry to Pigeon. Back to Swagor. Off the floor. Off a boot to the ceiling. And back all the way will be reset to Ryruff here. Ryruff finds Pigeon. Pigeon cutting towards the bubble. Hits towards ceiling. Finds time. Puts the shot on. A great save by Duke. But not enough as Ryruff will dunk that one in.
Yeah, it was a great stop by Duke. But Bite of 87 will get their first goal here of the round. Oh man, how many formats are there in Echo Arena? There are many. As cutting that lead in half, the Bite of 87 get a good one, pressing the issue, forcing the issue. As Duke now handling this one on offense, under attack by that chain. The chain, though, feigning attacks right now. And they get what they were looking for. Swagor sends it in, hits it for the 3. And the Bite of 87 has a 1-point lead.
Yeah, that might have been my fault. I might have put a little caster curse on there. As I quickly said, you wouldn't expect to be 4-0, and quickly, Tim Waits 5-4.
Yeah, very quick, as Bite of 87 are taking a bite out of this game. That's bad. I'm not going to even finish the sentence. As Duke, once again, that chain, though, again, feigning one attack, feigning a second, and now attacking this third pass. Looks like the feigned attacks are good enough as they almost get that turnover. They're sent back into the tube here, into the hands of Slads on the near side. Slads sending it across far side. Chain attacks that, so they opt for that reset there to Duke on the back line. Chain gets split up now as Duke sends that one in, hits Jake. Jake looking for a cut, hits the teammate. And that will be Slads planning that one for the 2, and they're up by 1.
Yeah, beautiful passing play there from Hexalink. A great response. You can easily lose a game if you're up 4-0 and that other team starts charging on back and scores 5 unanswered points. Things can start to unravel, but you saw Hexalink there recover, and they found 2 more points.
Now a quick relay here from the Bite of 87. It will not take, though. Will turn over. Instead, Slads with the pickoff. Hex sends it out, but into the hands of the backliner there. Ryruff, open goal. The shot, though, is off of the post, now up to the ceiling in the hands of Duke Tygarb to get that clear out. They have a chain ready to go, but Jake's boosting partner gets stunned out. Disc is just going to float loose here in that near side trap, collected by Duke. Long shot goes wide of the goal. And that will be collected by that Green Pigeon, who clears it away, but still in the zone, and back into the hands of Hex.
Jake now takes a pass there, intercepted by Pigeon, quickly clears it out. The stack now for the Bite of 87 will get there first, misses the disc, conversely then picks it up, and Ryruff will dunk it home. A back and forth game here, 7-6 for the Bite of 87.
And for anyone watching, I swear I only made 1 camera cut there. The sometimes the automatic camera, the in-game cam just kind of does what it wants. and starts making a whole bunch of cuts of its own. But we're going to get the Hexalink with this Joust advantage. And once again, this chain feigning aggression, but not actually attacking anyone on 2. There you go. It wasn't until that 3rd strike that they actually went in for an actual attack on that. As Slads will make his way through mid there, working his way up. Has Swag War pressuring, goes ahead and sends that one across to Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw, far side, misses a pass. Swag War gets it intercepted and sent out.
Stack will get there. Swag War throws this one. Bounce off the floor. Maybe going for a shot there. Is wide. Picked up by Ryroff. The slap is grabbed by Duke. He'll slap that one to floor. Swag War now has it. The back pass hits Ryroff. He's stunned out. Slads as the disc is stunned out. Swag War now on the back. He'll put that one in. 9-6.
9-6 as the Bite of 87 will get 2 in a row. Swag War gets 2 on the board. And I would love to be able to see how many he has in the game, but I can't pull that up, apparently. As Duke now on the Joust advantage. That chain. There they go. They attack that one. They getting away from Duke. Duke's not able to play that back pass, though. Will be intercepted now. That green pigeon plants it for the 2, a 7-meter 2. Almost gets a 3 and puts his team up by 5.
I might have just stuck his hand a little bit too much, or their hand, the bubble a little bit too much there. But nonetheless, they do take a 5-point lead here with about 3 minutes left to go in round 1. So we picked up by Duke. No pressure here. Finally, the stack does come quickly from the Bite of 87. This will now quickly get down the field. Slads has the disc. Cross field to Gunny Saw. Gunny Saw working their way towards the bubble. Has pressure from Ryruff. Will decide to reset that one.
Is Duke on?
Now.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're all good. Now back off a bow tie. Working their way up. Waiting to find an open pass here. Slowly we'll move up to Nugget. Hits ceiling to Jake. Jake dropping down. A beautiful passing play to Slads. Back within 3 is Hexalink.
You know, that was such a beautiful play, and for not even half a second, I had that block in the way. Got back in there, but just barely missed that first setup. That was so gorgeous, though, from the Bite of 87. They were looking really good. Excuse me, from Hexalink. They were looking really good on that one. They send this one in. Another one. Look at that. Ooh, big stop there. Pigeon sends it out, but it will be collected by Slads there on the far side. Trap now. Moving this one up. Presses down off the ceiling as the defense comes out to attack. Look at that. Pigeon gets a piece of it that was off of the head and turns it around, sends it away. There's a chain. There's a couple chains after it. Collected now by Time, who sends this one up and over. Ryroff does some jukes me out. We'll get that one in for the 2, and they are up by 5.
And nice shot there from Ryruff and Time. Getting that disc, making a perfect pass, and then putting the pressure on the goaltender. As Duke got stunned out, and we have a timeout here. As it seems like someone from the Bite of 87 dropped. But Dimwee, so far, this has been a back and forth game. I predicted 15-11 when we were all waiting in chat. So I'm looking pretty good right now. This could happen.
You know, very well may. You know, it's just a 2 and a 3. Excuse me. The way Hexalink Apples has been forming here. You know, it's I would expect at least one more 3 out of them. Although honestly, they I wouldn't be surprised if they got a couple goals and came back here, because you know it is a 2-goal difference. The Bite of 87 has capitalized on some of those mistakes from Hexalink, but Hexalink has been able to capitalize on some of Bite of 87's mistakes as well, just not as many. So I still think, even though it's only a minute and a half here, I do believe either team could still take this one.
Yeah, and looking at the possession numbers too, it's interesting. It's slanted definitely towards the side of Hexalink right now. So though they are not in the lead, they have had possession of the disc, and they've had some good chances. They just are unable to really get that disc inside the bubble and then into the goal. And the Bite of 87 is doing a great job striking back the other way when the disc is thrown down the other side of the field and getting those open points. Those stacks are really putting pressure on Hexalink.
Yeah, they absolutely have been. Stack's been phenomenal. As we do have that player has returned. That was that green pigeon, who's now back in the game. So just waiting for that that timeout. Well, it looks like they did hit the button, so we will get back into this one. Minute and a half to go in round one. As will be Joust advantage to Hexalink. After that last goal there from the Bite of 87 as they lose another player. The same player, in fact, so, because they did use that timeout, they will be forced to play down a man, which means Hexalink, for the moment, maybe the last minute, is going to be on a man advantage, a power play, as it were.
And Slads now throws this disc, a ceiling pass, finds Jake. Jake working the way in the bubble, the shot beats the goaltender. Ryruff unable to get a hand on it. Back within 3, a one-possession goal game, Dimwee.
Just like that. And it looks like Bite of 87 may still be down a man. Yep, still down that player, Pigeon. Probably a fairly important part of their defense as well. At that is Ryruff handling this one. Gets away from that chain, sends it into that far side tube. Good stuff on that chain. And Swagwar will send them across the pass a little bit off. Time handles it cleanly. Time now trying to send that one up. Sends it across. Will be in the hands of Swagwar. Swagwar juking around on the floor. Up to the ceiling. Hits a teammate Ryruff. Ryruff juking around. Are they going to save this one? No, they get stunned out. And it will turn around 20 seconds as they chain after it.
Yeah, this will go all the way down the field. Is in the bubble. They need a 3 to tie. Time loses handle of the disc. A shot here. Oh, they needed 3 and went for 2. It will be cleared back out to mid, but picked up. Slides now coming outside the bubble. Has the disc. Takes the shot. Bounces off and ties it with only 3 seconds left to go.
That is as Pigeon returns to the game. So this overtime will be 4v4 proper. Let's see if we can find him there. Yeah, you've got that green Pigeon right here in this left side tube with Swagwar. So they'll be coming out after this disc here on this Joust advantage. Both teams lining up out into this overtime here in the North American Challenger Cup. And Pigeon gets there first, sending it up to Swagwar, who will plant it for the 3 and take the OT 16-13.
The Bite of 87 got green Pigeon back, and they wasted 0 time. Maybe about 5 seconds to put that one in. They were not losing that round 1 because of maybe some technical glitches. They made sure of that. Definitely an interesting end to the round before regulation of that round, but beautiful play there to pick up that quick goal in overtime.
So there you go. Well, I could probably, I think I know how to fix this, actually. Let me just find it. I'm fairly certain I know how to fix this. If I go into here and refresh, did it? No, it didn't. And that I cannot explain. So maybe because players dropped in and out. So apologies for the stats there. Not sure why this is happening. But, it is what it is. And today is a good day, isn't it, Matt Miko?
It is a good day, Dimwee. Sometimes things happen. But we do have the stats, so we can go over just a little bit right now. Swagwar leading the Bite of 87 with 8 points and 6 from Ryruff. On the side of Hexalink, it's Jake and Slads. Slads with 7 points, 6 from Jake, and then unfortunately we couldn't see how many saves from Green Pigeon. I think they made a few in that round. 3 though from Duke for Hexalink in that round 1.
So we are going to get started in round 2. Teams are away, and it will be a headbutt there from Hexalink. And now send in here, bring it in, quick points, just like that. Let's see, how quick was that? It was very quick. I don't actually have the timer. It looks less than 10 seconds. Hexalink is on the board.
Yeah, 7 seconds into this round 2, Dimwee, just like you said, a very quick goal, and that's sort of been what Hexalink has seemed to be looking for on the Joust plays coming offensively, and also the neutral Joust there. They've been getting those quick plays and not scoring, and finally they do find one there. Ryruff now taking their time, waiting for some pressure. We'll pass that one over to Time. Time to Pigeon. Pigeon slowly floating towards the bubble, looking for a pass. Jukes around and leaves Jake behind. A beautiful pass here to Swagzor. On behind goal, gets the pass out to boot to Pigeon. Great save from Duke.
Now they're going to race after this one. Looks like defense will retrieve it, likely, although it takes them a moment. Pigeon will send that one around and give you a replay on that save there. Is now sending us within time and has it there far side. We'll reset it. That's a Pigeon on the back line, sending it right back to time. A little give and go there. His defense is pretty far out of the bubble. Now into the hands of Swag War. Oh, nice setup there. Over to time. We'll plan it for the two. They've tied it up. Minute and a half in.
Duke just missing getting a hand on that disc. That would have been 2 great saves in a row. And like you said, Dimwee, now we're tied. It's been a very great game between both of these teams. You would not be able to tell this is a 1 seed versus 8 seed. It's been a very entertaining match. Duke now will pick this up off of Nest. Gets the pass to Jake at mid. Jake will find Slads. Slads tosses it back to Jake. Jake goes towards the ceiling, tries to get the pass to Slad, will recover. Slads back to Bowtie and has Duke. To the ceiling to Jake. Over to Slads. Oh, and a great save for time. Just gets their hand on it.
That time, big stop as Pigeon sends that one away. Chasing after though, they have a leech there with them. That was Duke's high garbs. Getting himself to goal. That disc is loose. Fantastic play as Duke will turn that one around, send it out. A good stack race here. Defense will pick it up again. Swag War on the back line for his team. Sending that one up in the hands of Pigeon. Pigeon on the cloud block. Looking for some options here as the defense returns to their zone. They do have a goalie back now as Pigeon moving this one up. Will be in the hands of Ryruff. Ryruff sending this one into time. Time. Moving in on the bubble. Looking for the cut. Goes for the cut. Maybe one more pass. So they reset it there. Trying to get this defense discombobulated as they do open up some space here for Swag. Swag looking for a cut of his own. And we'll just juke around. Does get the cut. Time. Another stop. Duke Tygarb sends it out of the bubble.
Goaltending is the name of this round 2. So many stops. Ryruff will cut in again. Duke is out. The pass to backboard, and Swag War finally puts it home for bite of 87. But so many saves from both teams right now, Dimwee.
You know what? I'm going to write this down. 6:50 remaining. Round 2. Because I want to clip that later on. There's 6.5 to go here in the second round. We're going to make some content out of that. As Jake here, good setup there as they pull that chain apart. Gunny saw though, gives that one away. Unfortunately, Ryruff, big pick off. Pigeon with a good lead, so that bounce is going to get it away from Nest. Sending it to the near side here. Is my controller breaking on me? I don't know. Could not go backwards though, as they will. Time on the back line. Sending this one in here for the bite of 87 as they look to press on the bubble.
Swag War now will throw that one across to Pigeon. Pigeon will reset that all the way back for time. Time now to Pigeon on pack. Will move up towards Ghost, moving into the bubble. Jukes fakes the and takes the shot. 6-2 for the bite of 87.
Yeah, that was Pigeon was just like, I see my lane. I'm gonna take it. He just walked it all the way in. Watching this replay, yeah, 1v2. He had one behind him as well. And I think there was just enough, you know, they've done enough of that, the big passing plays, big cut plays, that the defense is prepared for that, so prepared that they open themselves up to that there. 1v2 is this is going to be a big turnover here. Ryruff with the pickoff. They have the chain to chase it down. There is a defender back, though, to contest, but they will get the points, as that's another 6-point lead now suddenly to the bite of 87.
Yeah, the bite of 87 is making Hexalink Apples pay for any time they turn that disc over, especially when they're caught out and in the offensive zone. They're quickly getting that disc down the field, getting the stacks of the disc and putting in those goals. Those are the easy ones when you can get that open net, even though Duke was caught floating back and might have gotten a hand on that. Was very close. Slads now tosses this back to Duke. Duke back to Slads on the wall. And they'll start working their way up towards the bubble. Off it goes, jukes around, gets the ceiling pass, hits Jake perfectly. Jake back to Slads. Wow. Another perfect passing play from Jake off the ceiling to Slads brings Hexalink within 4.
That was just perfectly executed. I mean, honestly, that was just wild. When your passes are on, when your communication is good, you will cut through the defense just like butter, just like that. As bite of 87 on the offensive joust. Pigeon down to the valley to Ryruff. Ryruff over to Time, as Time will back this one out. So they do get through mid very quickly there on that relay. Now Pigeon on the back line. Gonna go right back to Time. Time look for a cut. It goes up to, is that Ryruff? Excuse me, that Swag War juking around. Goes for one more pass there as he Gets, oh my goodness. Oh, that was just everybody doing all the jukes and getting all the defenders all folded up. That was just phenomenal.
Yeah, that pass back out to Shield, and then Green Pigeon just dipsy-doodled his way around a few people. And the goaltender stunned out, puts that one home, extends this lead to 6 for Bite of 87. Off the joust now, Gunny Saw has this disc, gets stunned out, quickly loses it. Bite of 87 picks it up, Swag War has Pigeon with him. We'll throw that to Pigeon. Pigeon will look for a pass, thinks about passing, and won't pass. Will walk it into the goal, 12-4. The Bite of 87. I think everyone from Bite of 87 was in that bubble there, didn't we?
Yeah, they all were. I followed them all in. It was it was like a little party there. All three of them, actually, 3 of them were on the goal as the 4th scored the goal. They were all not just in the bubble, but literally right there. Just clumped up together as that stack still doing a lot of work. Although they sneak through mid, Hexalink Apple here. Jake handles that one on the ceiling. Looking to send that one in, but looks off the mark. Will be in the hands of Time on the back line. Once again, for the Bite of 87, we're currently up by 8 with 2.5 to go.
And this one is now thrown into Hexalink zone. First to get there is, again, the stack for the Bite of 87. A missed pass here off a pillar, though. Will be recovered by Swag War. Resets it back to Time, because Time is what they want to race right now, because they want to take this round 2 and move on in this Challenger Cup. Time still waiting. No pressure. Finally, Slads will start working their way. And then by the pass over here, finds Green Pigeon. Pigeon dunks it in again. Walking it in all by themselves. Another dunk for Pigeon makes this a 14-4 game.
14-4. It looks like words being exchanged. Well, what would be words? Or instead just gestures. Gestures. English. Ladies and gentlemen, if you please. It was Duke sending that one a quick pass there to Slads on the near side. Tested by that chain. Gets the pass across in mid, and they're going to play some monkey in the middle with the triangle. Though the send in is going to be read there by Ryruff. Not only gets a steal, but also stun. And a good toss into the bubble here will be collected by teammate Swag War. Picks it up, brings it in, eventually gets it. They're up by 12.
Yeah, these stacks right now for the Bite of 87 is just forcing Hexalink Apples to have to make quick decisions, and it's not working out well. They're missing a lot of passes. You can tell they're usually used to maybe a couple, maybe another second of time to maybe think before they make that pass. But the Bite of 87 is just jumping right on anyone with the disc. As Slides will take this bounce shot now, but easily grabbed by Time. It also probably was a little bit high. Time, though, stunned out by Slads. Slads looking for a passing option, trying to juke around Time. Gets the pass to Slads. There has the disc. This will be now cleared out to mid by the Bite of 87.
Sorry, I was muted. Ryruff will handle this one, sending it up into the teammate's hand. The Swag War bringing it in. We'll do all sorts of twirlies there on the way in. The Duke gets it stopped again. Although, what's that? A 5-man stack? We need a name for that. It's like a 5-man. Oh. Well, that's a 42-meter 3 from Pigeon. Well, and that's the ice as well. That's the last goal of the game. 19-4. Bite of 87 will take this one in 2. What a game. And just a really, really high-level play we saw from both these teams.
Yeah, Hexalink had a lot of opportunities to really take control of this round 2, but that stack from the Bite of 87 just made it impossible for them to get anything moving offensively. What a contrast. And this is actually something, when these two teams faced off a couple weeks ago, Dimwee, it's sort of the similar thing that we saw. Round 1 was pretty close. It was a very competitive round, and then round 2, the Bite of 87 just took control. They did a good job of adapting and taking control around 2 and taking it handily. So they do that again here against Hexalink Apples.
And chat wondering what's going on with the stats. I, honest to goodness, have no idea. I really don't know. I don't know why it's looking like that. Everything, as far as I can tell, is set correctly here. So, because you see the rosters and the teams there. So, yeah, I don't know what the stats are about. So, with that, we will be moving on to the lower bracket. I believe we'll be doing game 6. I did not actually catch who that will be, so we will go to an intermission here. Find that out and then move on to that next game. We're just going to be doing 2 here tonight. The first 2 rounds of this tournament. So, if you'd like to, if you'd be so inclined, stick with us. We will be back in not too long.
I didn't hear you talk when you said we're muted on stream, so...
And welcome, everybody. They decided to start without us. So 30 seconds off of the clock. I'm Sid, and we once again joined by Matt Miko. And we've got not the Bite of 87 versus Hexalink. I can get that fixed right quick. I'm fairly certain. But there you go. First goal here is going to go to not these two teams.
Yeah, the first goal there going to Spinastrami for Ash. And they start off with an early 3-0 lead. So we picked up, a nice duck there from Gao. As we'll get that pass through mid, it will be intercepted by Spinastrami. Looking through tunnel, looking for a passing option. Intercepted. Larry Laws now has the disc, throws it down into the bubble. But the stack for Ash gets there first. Be cleared out to mid. Vanzi now gets the disc, slaps it forward. Continues the chase. Vanzi gets there. Oh, actually, Giddy Gal gets there first. And we'll slap that back out. And King will continue that one to mid.
And yes, I am aware that the overlay is busted. We're working on finding the source. You're just going to have to give me a minute to figure out which one it is. So I apologize for that.
And King now takes that shot off the backboard, just missing. It will be picked up by Vanzi. Vanzi will clear that down. Ash trying to get to this disc. But first to get there, actually, Palace will get it. Puts the shot on off the backboard. 5-0. The lead there for Ash. If I'm not mistaken, I think that might have been King. Chasing after that disc, unable to get a hand on it. Palace had pressure on as well. And puts that one home. A 5-0 lead now here for Ash against G2X.
I might have fixed it. I did! Sorry. I remembered something Dad told me, and we got it fixed. There we go. G2X versus Ash. 5 points on the board for two Ash, as Matt Miko informed you as Vanzi is going to get a big steal there, turning it around. Almost 3 minutes off the clock. I apologize. That means it took me 2.5 minutes to get that fixed there. As this one is into the bubble. Forget I said that. Spinastrami. Ooh, going for that one off of the backboard, but wide and out.
So now we pass to the ceiling. Spinastrami to the backboard. Can't find Palace. Will be recovered by Azon. Hits it off the post. Spinastrami now recovers this disc back to Palace. And finally, Ash will find the back of the goal after a post there. Palace, another goal for them. 7-0 for Ash.
7-0 in favor of Ash here in this first round. Of course, this is an elimination round. Wow, I could not get that one out. This is an elimination round. So the team that loses here will be out of the tournament. They will be out of Masters here. They will be relegated to the ladder as this one's cleared in by G2X. They're into the hands of Spinastrami on the back line for Ash as Azon handles this one in the near side trap. Sends it through that tube. Looks like Orange is in the area. That's G2X, but getting stunned out was King. Good shield there from Orange, who slams it back into that near side bubble. And a chain there to pick it up. Spinastrami gets it back through mid once again.
Now we picked up by King for G2X. Unable to get a clear through mid. Azon clears that all the way down. The stack's racing for the disc here. And Giddy Gal will be first to get there, but has pressure from Palace. Gets that pass off perfectly to Larry Laws. Larry Laws going to put this one cleared all the way down. First to get there is the stack for G2X. They get their first 2 points on the board. It's King with the first goal.
Yeah, it took him a little over 4 minutes to get that first goal, but as anyone can attest, once you get that first goal, that can be the game changer there. You can suddenly start mounting that comeback. So only down by 2 goals here. It's still 5.5 to go. As a Spinastrami, quick pass there to that left side tube to Vanzi. Vanzi trying to get it back across the Palace, but hits the stack there. King coming away with it. King looking at the empty goal, hits it for the 3. 17 meters out, and that gets him back within 2, just like that.
And just as you were saying, Dimwee, you get one, it makes it easier to start, those floodgates start to open. It makes it easier for that second goal. A nice shot there from King. The pressure from that stack coming from G2X gets him right back within this one quickly.
Well, that's a slap pass from the quarterback there. Trying to get it to Palace on the right side tube. Instead, it will turn over. That's Giggity Gao on the back line handling it, sending it into that far side tube. Actually, the near side. It was far side for him, but it will turn over once again. Spinastrami looking for a clear. That is on. That was on the money. Had Giggity Gao not picked that off, that would have been on its way into the goal. as Giggity Gal sending it clear of his own into the blue bubble here. King picks it up, puts it in for the 2. They've tied it up 7-7.
And if I'm not mistaken, Dimwee, right now that's all 3 goals from King. King has all 7 for G2X and a timeout coming here as we have a player drop from Ash. But man, what a quick comeback. They start storming back within this one. G2X seemed like they weren't awake yet. That little layover between the first 2 rounds, the first game and this game, maybe they were sleeping a little bit, but they're awake now. It's 7-7 that quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they were down what, 7-0 or 7-2. I think like what they got their first goal. I think I said what, 4.5 minutes, right? Something like that.
Yeah,
is that right?
It was 4.5 minutes in, I think.
Yeah, so in 1 minute, in just over a minute, they came back 7 points that quickly. That's how fast these score differentials can change. That's how fast somebody can catch up on you. That's why we don't want to call these games too early. It's why you'll see me get upset at chat sometimes when chat starts saying GG with 3 minutes on the clock. There's 3 minutes. Literally anything can happen. Even in an emergency situation, we're probably still in a situation where if one of those teams pops off and starts firing off on all cylinders, they still could mount that comeback. I mean, you see it here how fast it can happen.
I want to see King has been fine in the back of the net for G2X, all 7 points so far coming from them, but some nice passing plays as well, and the stacks really putting King in the position to score those goals. If you're Ash at this point, you really just have to, not let it bother you that you just blew. Like I said, I think it was a 7-0, or maybe it might have been 4 at that point. But still, you had that big lead. It looked like you were dominating this game, and then that quickly the team jumps back in. So they just have to take this timeout that they have, and unfortunately, it's because of a disconnect. But also they can use this to their advantage. Maybe just calm things down and refocus.
So, usually I would plug something right now, but I can't recall what I'm supposed to be plugging. So, thank you for joining us here on Channel 3. If you have not seen, there's a new stream intro out, literally out today. It made its debut tonight on these 3 channels. So if you have not seen it, go back to the start of any of the VODs on any of the VRML channels tonight, any of the Echo Arena channels, and you'll see that new intro. It's really, really awesome. Put together by a few of our the members of our creator team. I know Yasvax had a big something to do with it. Wonder T-Man, Sphinx, Danadem, I'm not sure how to say his name, but yeah, it's a very incredible project. Really awesome intro video they put together I'm not sure, in Blender, I think, something like that, but it's really cool.
Yeah, that intro was great. Like, it's to always see new work, and this is all community run by volunteers, so it makes it even more amazing, the amount of love that goes into all this content you see on all the Twitch streams and YouTube and the website itself. You can definitely see it shine, especially during these Challenger Cups, and then we have more games tomorrow, and then on Sunday we have something brand new as well that they're adding in this season.
Yeah, the Elite Cup.
Elite Cup. It's going to be an exciting weekend.
Yeah, a lot of Echo Arena, a lot of top level Echo Arena to look forward to. All 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you're not sure when things are, we have started using the events feature here in Discord. I've been using it for a few weeks. Basically, I went through and I set up the entire season. The casting the loser bracket match for Havoc. I don't know.
No.
Well, it depends. Was Havoc game 5? I don't know. I can't find my browser.
Or no, Havoc. Yeah, it was Havoc versus Hexalink. So what we wanted to do was just focus on making sure everyone got casted tonight. So I think Ash played Click in game 4 that wasn't casted. So we followed that game to here. So yeah, Hexalink Apples versus Havoc is currently not being casted.
And it looks like still missing that player here. Although did somebody, I'm not sure, my UI just popped up though, so something changed. But someone's just swapping teams here. There we go.
There we go.
Player has returned, so hopefully we'll get started back here any minute. Is Black Son Goku, are you saying you are king? Is that what you're claiming right now? Do we get a substitution? No. No substitution. Although that could still be king. And we are going to get started back. Oh, that was quick. All right. Ash on the Joust advantage. Tie game here, 7-7. As a quick pass into the zone here. Azon on the near side. Walking it up under assault. Sends it across. And it will miss its target. And turn over their Harns at the clear.
And picking this up, Harns will finally slap that one all the way out. The stack now gets there quickly for Larry Laws will put that one home. And G2X take the lead here. And I think we have another drop as well. Unfortunately.
Yes, we do.
But that quickly. That was a quick response there for G2X. They started out that round. They were waiting out of the timeout. They were ready to pounce on that disc and find the goal.
Yes, they were. Yeah, they put them up 10-7 that fast. And looks like a player hopping over to the other side to communicate the situation. Although I believe was it not a player on blue last time, or was it a player on orange last time?
It was a player on blue last time.
So yeah, so if this pause isn't stopped here, the G2X probably being nice and friendly about letting them stay paused here, if that is the case, because that is, you know, you can if the other team takes an extra pause, unpause, as I understand it, that's how it was enforced. So yeah, but it looks like they have communicated, so wait and see how they handle this. But so far, I mean, this is a really tight game. Would hate to see it come down to a matter of staying connected.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. I have to say, so far though, for G2X, it's impressive that they came out so slow and that they have that ability to just quickly bounce back, and that's what really makes a good team is that resilience, just never staying out of the game, making sure that, you know, even if it is 7-0 or 4-0, whatever the score is, even if it's 12-0, like you said, Dimway, it doesn't matter what the score, until you're mathematically out of it, you're not out of it. So you just got to stick with it, and, you know, like, this is an elimination game as well. So every round matters. You don't want to let go one of these rounds. So we'll see if that's something G2X can continue after we get out of this unpause.
And Black Son Goku, rules for timeouts for CC are the same for every other game. They're no different here than anywhere else. So if they have used a second timeout and your team does not want them to, as I understand it, the rule would be on pause. Yeah. But I'm not here in my official capacity as a mod. I am just a showman right now. I'm a dancing monkey. As anyone knows, you don't ask a dancing monkey for advice.
You just ask it to dance.
Exactly.
So Dimway, would you like to dance for us while we... Oh, no, we're coming out of the unpause. Perfect timing.
I'm a fantastic dancer.
Mm-hmm.
You think I'm joking?
Dimway dancing stream when?
I used to do ballet. Okay, that's not true.
I was gonna say I feel like that was sarcastic. Like
I was in the High School Musical though, and I did dance in the High School Musical my senior year. But Spinastrami will send a quick pass to the left side tube. That was to Vanzy. Vanzy look for the relay, and we'll turn over King with the grab, sending that one through, all the way through. Good chain there. Palace gets there first, slaps it back towards that tube. Azon long heave. Is that on? Oh, very close.
You're just hitting the bottom bar there. Another shot, this time from Spinastrami. Will not miss that one. Ties this game up at 10.
Yes, yes indeed. Yes, he does. Ties it up. I apologize. As will be Joust advantage to G2X here. This tie game, 10-10, first round. As Giggity Gao over there to Harns. Harns up to the ceiling, into the hands of Larry Lulls. As Larry walks his way through mid, has Giggity on the near side. Larry on the far side. Actually sends us to the near side to King, who will try to draw the defense to him. Back across, pass a little bit off, but Larry will be able to handle that. cleanly off of the wall. Now set up there. What a pass to King as King cuts in. They have taken a 2-point lead now.
Yeah, King wide open walks in from that bottom boot. A beautiful look there from Larry Laws. An easy goal when you get that close in the bubble, and that pass is right there. Beautiful play from King. Continues to just dominate on offense for G2X.
A quick pass Palace on the far. Big interception. They read that relay. As Harns will send that one through. Good chain, though they undershoot a little bit. Good slap there in the hands of Vanzy. Vanzy with the clear. They're gonna. Someone gets a boost, but no chain. Boost is good enough. No, not quite. Giggity will beat Azon. As he sends that one all the way into the blue bubble. It will be the blue defense, the blue stack. Vanzy with it with another clear.
Get that pass to Spinastrami at mid to Azon. Azon one-on-one with Giggity Gal. Cuts in and dunks it home. Giggity Almeida waited too long in goal there, and Azon ties this game back up.
So just like that, keeping pace is Ash. 12-12 here with a minute to go in this first round. As G2X will find themselves on the jealous advantage once again. And just another reminder, this is an elimination round. So loser here will be relegated to the ladder. King sends that one in. Harns across Larry. Larry will back it out to the back line. That is Giggity there, sending this one in now into the hands of teammate Larry. Larry pushing in on the bubble for a cut. Does some jukes here, gets by the defense, and that's enough to get it in. As the goalie is stunned out. And once again, G2X will take a lead, 14-12.
Yeah, Larry made it very difficult for anyone to get the disc out of their hands, bouncing off of the shoulder there, left shoulder, and that pillar. Beautiful play. Had to wait a couple seconds looking for an opening. Was probably looking for a pass. Decides to take the shot. And now up 2 again is G2X. Fancy now. We'll walk this one in. Finds a pass to Azon. Puts a shot towards goal. Maybe trying to look for a backboard. But missing. Will be recovered by the stack of G2X. Ooh, but that clear not getting through tunnel will be slapped all the way. Ooh, still out to mid. Last chance effort here. Vanzy unable to get the disc, and G2X takes round 1, 14-12.
So there you go. G2X will take the first round narrow. As we go to our scoreboard here, that will probably be wrong. As yes, we still have random names there, so apologies for that. There appears to be no current fix. It's just a bug in our system that we will hopefully have figured out by tomorrow. But I know Matt Miko has access to some stats if you want to go over anything interesting you see in those numbers, Matt.
Yeah, so like we were saying, for G2X, they had that slow start, but then the points from King started falling as he put up 9, or they put up 9 in that round to, lead the team for G2X. Larry Laws following up, though, with a solid 5. On the side of Ash, we have Spinastrami with 6 points, Paulus with 4, and Azon with 2. One other thing, the only person who's made a save so far in this game is Harns for the side of G2X.
Here, we'll get the stats
from that first game.
Hold up for everyone to see here. Excuse me. As yeah, I got some. We'll go ahead and pull that UI up, so at least we have this to look at. So what's up, B Love? See B Love in the chat there. Yeah, really fantastic first round there. As it looks like, I am not on the money. There we go. We'll be first touch days on. We were already in it. But now, we'll quick turnover there. Giggity Gal with it, looking for a long heave. That one's off of the barrier. In the hands of King. King on the far side. They'll get a 2v2 right now. King walks it in, beats one, hits a bottom pocket on the other. Gives 2 points to G2X to start this one off.
Yeah, what a nice juke there to get their way into the bubble, and King continuing their scoring pace here. Another goal. Nice shot placement too. Hard to grab those shots at your feet, Dimway, as a goalie.
I can as somebody who has trouble bending over, I can appreciate that pain, the literal pain of trying to make those saves. B-Love, I'm sure you relate to, sir. Maybe, I don't know. But I know I have trouble with them. I can squat down, but it's still going to take me a minute. Ooh, a shot there. Looking to go off the cone, but we'll go wide and out of the bubble.
And disc up in top trap here. Giggity Gal grabs it, but quickly stunned out by Spinastrami. Spinastrami now makes this pass to Bowtie by Palace. Had pressure from Harns on them, but gets the disc out. Vanzi now turns it over. Larry will be the first to pick it up. Larry trying to maybe bounce that off ceiling. Hits off a double diamond. King has it, though. Will put this towards goal and grabbed out by Spinastrami and cleared through the tunnel.
That went out all the way. Neither team able to get there too fast. Too many stuns, too many leeches. Spinastrami will get it picked up, sends it in. Big grab, though. Larry Lulls picks that one off in the bubble. Now looking to send the one out through that far side, too. Gets caught in the trap there. A couple players touching it. Ultimately, Giggity Gal gets a clear. The blue stack will get to the area first. Disc is still loose, though. Will be picked up instead by Larry Lulls. Larry over to Giggity. Giggity looking for King. Maybe. Actually goes here to Harns, who will get stopped there first by the post. Second by Vanzi. He does get it cleared out, and then a good stop. Spinastrami will slap it back to mid.
First to get there will be Palace. We'll toss this one
That's
up.
in.
Looking. Oh, it's Spinastrami. Or sorry, it was tossing to Spinastrami. The Kings, I think, slapped that one out of there. Still, though, Ash still has assist. Spinastrami to the backboard to Azon. Over to Palace. Tic-tac-toe. What a beautiful passing play there. Ties this game at 2.
Yeah, that was really well done there by Ash. A lot of really good teamwork there. 2.5 minutes in, we've only got a 2-goal game, tied up 2-2. As B-Lev did respond earlier, said, I am icing my knee just watching. And yeah, yeah, I can appreciate that. It's coming out inverted. Uh-oh, losing the handle on it. Oh, I apologize for that. If somebody just got sick, I am so sorry. I was not expecting the camera to do all that sorts of rolling there. As Azon gets that picked off, sends it across there, far side. A little bit out of reach for the intended target. They will have to fight for it. Disc is loose and collected by Vanzi. Vanzi sending this one across, so Azon's not able to play it. We'll have to track it down to the floor. Instead, it will be Harns with the pickup. And looks for the clear as they do have a stack together.
Harns will get that clear through middle. First to get to it, though, is Ash. He tries to continue with the disc, missing it. King not able to get a hand on it. Everyone missed the disc here. King now will try to slap that back, but right there, Spinastrami has pressure from Harns. Will get the pass to Palace. Palace will reset that to Vanzi. Vanzi finds Palace. Palace looking for that pass to Azon, able to be picked up, and Harns now will clear that all the way through the tunnel. As the stacks are together here for G2X, they grab the disc. Larry Lulls misses the shot a little bit wide.
Down to the floor here. Giggity sending this one in. King look for the cut. Hits the cut. Beautiful play there. I didn't even see it. Was it Larry got the last grab on it there on the way in. Beautiful goal, as that will get them 2 on the board here. Was it Larry? Yeah, it was Larry who put that one in. And barely, it was like right at the last second, was able to tuck it all the way into the goal there.
Yeah, just missing that 3-pointer, but able to put that 2-pointer home. Quickly trying to go the other way is Ash, but stuns for everyone in the tunnel. Disc is slapped to mid. King will get there first, but has pressure from Azon. Vanzi trying to get this disc, will pick it up. Gets a stun out, so now some opening here for Ash, working their way in. Vanzi will pass this one to Palace. It puts it home underneath King. Tied again at 4.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful setup there. And yeah, they tie it up. We get another timeout here. Although this one maybe looks like possibly from G2X. As yeah, they did not go anywhere near their tube there, and looks like at least 1 or 2 of them didn't even leave the pod. Now, I wonder how many folks remember Matt Miko. How long have you been playing Echo?
Man, it would have been. I got a headset what, a year and a half ago.
So you probably don't remember having to pull the bar to get out of the spawn tube, the spawn thing. I don't know what to call it.
I just remember doing that in the yeah.
In the
training.
Yeah, what do we call that? The tutorial.
Tutorial. There we go.
It used to be every time you loaded into a game or into a lobby, you had to do that back in the old lobby.
Even after they scored.
Yeah. No, not after they scored. It was the first time you load in. And that was your way of like loading into the place. You would reach up and pull down on that. It would take an extra second. You know, right now, like I know I have a time now where I will push off like a fraction of a second before the screen even comes up. And I'm already in motion as the screen's coming up because I've got that timing down. You used to have to wait. You would have to sit there and wait for it to like and like bring you out, and then bring the handle down, and then you could pull the handle. And I remember it being a somewhat frustrating process because you would literally sit there and just like yank on the handle that's not even there yet, just like pulling on it, waiting for it to let you leave. And it was no surprise to me at all. It was actually a relief when they removed it, even though now, like retrospectively, talking about it, it seems like one of those things that would kind of boost your immersion. But at the time was just really an annoyance.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm happy that that's not there. I like that you can just load in. It would be sometimes annoying, especially would it be after like after you load it in from each round? You said too, so like after a bad loss, you gotta pull a stupid handle to get back and get to your next game. I don't know. I think
yeah,
I think I'm happy it's gone. That I never had to experience it, honestly. But I do get the immersion effect. That would definitely make you feel like, oh yeah, I'm loading in to this echo unit instead of just just getting ready to play some echo. It adds that little extra.
It did add a little extra, but yeah, it was no love lost when they removed it there. Although the law says that's how you weed out the little children. I'm not sure that did anything to weed out the little children. Law. I mean, they could still reach. They could reach the bar, no problem. It only took it actually. It was literally like a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds to actually get you for it to actually load up enough for you to pull the handle. But it was long enough to be just annoying enough, because you would just sit there and yank until it let you actually yank on it.
I think what we're just finding out is that we have zero attention span between us, didn't we?
The law says they quit because they couldn't figure it out. I wonder if that was part of the reason they removed it. If newer players couldn't figure out how to get out of the spawn tube, for the spawn thing.
That'd actually be really funny before it was locked when you joined into just the team or your party at the spawn area there. If you just see all these people trying to get out of the tube or out of the try to pull the handle. Oh.
Yeah, the law says I remember having to walk people through how to get out. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if you can't figure that out, I guess that's why they need the tutorial. But then the tutorial shows you how to do it, but then you never ever do it again.
You know what I would love to see? Since the lobby sizes got shrunk, and we can't access the combat side of everything of the lobby anymore, anyways. Why don't we get the old lobby back temporarily? We didn't have the cutout of the arena, which is part of the reason everyone you love the new lobby. But it'd be a fun thing. Maybe for April 1st this year, that'd be fun to just have the old lobby back for a day, because it was different. It's much smaller. It's very different. Even I don't even remember what the old practice arena looked like, because there was a mini arena in there. But it was on a curved wall, so yeah, I don't remember much about it.
Maybe another idea that would be funny for April 1st is to I don't think people would enjoy it if it was the whole day, but bring that larger blue ball in as the disc instead of the disc, and just see how people react to it. Oh
my!
Just unleash straight chaos. Might as well. It's April 1st.
You know what? The big blue ball and some bats.
And some bats, and you have to. The bats are stuck to your hand, so you have to hit it with the bat.
Looks like
that's going too far, though.
Did the disc reset? What's happening?
Huh? I do not know. It's interesting. Oh, looks like we are restarting though. Coming out of this pause.
5:20. It's 5:22 on the clock. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but yeah, we're coming back here. I don't know why the game acted that way there for a moment. And yes, Law, they certainly have bigger fish to fry, like fixing the broken game. But we're gonna get started here in round 2. I didn't say that on stream. What are you talking about? As Spinastrami, quick turnover, gets it in for the 3, and just like that, Ash have taken the lead here in round 2.
Yeah, Ash wasting no time. 5 seconds right there. Quick 3-pointer too. As we've had all 2s in the round. So definitely a huge 3 points there for Ash to take the lead. And it's radio time now, as this is picked up by Giggity Gal on Nest. Had pressure, gets the pass out to Larry Laws. Looking around the ceiling, you'll get that all the way down into the Ash zone. But first to get there, Spinastrami. Gets the pass to Vanzi. Vanzi now banks it down, finds Azon right into their hands. Azon crawling their way forward towards the bubble. Gets a pass across to Palace. Palace has Vanzi underneath, finds them, gets the pass out to Spidistrami in front, and this lead is extended by 5, 9-4 Ash.
Yeah, they have Ash pushing up 5 points here, and it was G2X did win that first round. So it's you know, Ash looking to push us to a round 3 here in this elimination game. This is an elimination game. The team that loses will be relegated to the ladders. Giggity sending that one out, gets caught in that near side trap. Disc is loose, and will be turned over. Palace sending this one up. Although Vanzi has to track it down. He does here on the near side. Pac-Man under assault, but still gets this one reset to Azon on the back line, who's now going to send this one in. Although the pass is a little bit off the mark. Good recovery there, though. Azon gets it right back. Sending it back across here into the hands of Spidistrami. Spin. Looking for a cut, looking for something. Instead, Ops to once again reset.
Palace now on the back line, starting to work their way up. Will find Vanzi. Vanzi bounces off bow tie, sends it back, missing Palace. Spidistrami is there to recover. On the ceiling, has pressure. King now will try to clear that one out, but it hits off double diamond and stays in the G2X zone. Finally, a slap here from, if I'm not mistaken, that was Harns. Gets this one through mid. Harns will get there to pick up the disc, puts the shot on goal, and just missing a little low, and then Larry also able to pick it up, but then King again finds the disc and gets some points on the board for G2X.
Yeah, I almost couldn't keep up with that. There's a whole lot of almost, not quite, and then yes, and no, yeah, but actually yes, and we got points. G2X back with a 3 here. Ash on the Shouse advantage. Spidistrami, quick pass there to the left side too. Vanzi stunned out, so he gets a quick pass back across to Palace. Palace now under pressure, looking for looking over his options. So the chain never actually attacks and gets broken up. So Palace has a moment. Sends that one into the teammate Azon. Azon look for the cut. Actually, goal is wide open. Hits it for the 3. They're up by 6, just like that.
Yeah, I'd say that's on the list of things you don't want to do, Dimwee. Leave the goal open, especially when you have someone that close to the bubble, 13 meters away. That's an easy shot for Azon and extends this lead now to 6.
Well, G2X with the joust advantage. Sorry, did I cut you off again?
No.
Are you sure?
You did not. I'm sure.
You know, Matt Miko is from Philly, and that you would think that makes him a jerk, but he's not actually a jerk. He's actually kind of a nice guy. So I wonder if he's actually from Philly, because I'm pretty sure everybody from Philly is a jerk. So I don't know.
Okay, so this disc is now thrown into the zone. This is picked up by Larry. Open goal, dunk it home. 2 points there for G2X, brings them within 4, and allows me to cut off Dimwee.
Because Pittsburgh's prettier, everyone knows it. So Ash gonna be on this joust advantage. What was that? Ash handling. I'm sorry. As a quick pass, Spidistrami looking for the left side too. Vanzi gets there. Oh, nice recovery there. Spidistrami slaps it forward, still gets it to Azon. Open goal. Wow. What a recovery on that play. Ash earned those points.
Yeah, that was not an easy pass to recover. It missed Azon at first, but bounced down. And then that quick turnaround shot. How impressive. Just fired it perfectly right into the goal. 15-8. Looks like this round's going the way of Ash. We're going to have a round 3. As King unable to get that through mid. Spidistrami puts it off the post. Just missing. Another 3 there. And the clear's unable to get through for G2X, as finally they get it through.
Yeah, that one slapped through, collected there by Giggity. Sent in a shot off the inside of the post there. Will be collected by Palace. 7 seconds. Round 2 will be in the hands of Ash, as Fancy saying hello. Ash will take it 15-8 in round 2.
Yeah. That is round 2. We're going to a round 3. We're going to look at the stats real quick as well, Dimwee, if you want to do that. Again, it's still impressive right now, leading the charge for G2X offensively. We have King with 13 and Larry Walls with 9. And then on the other side for Ash, just a little bit more split here. We have 8 from Azon and 8 from Palace. And then the leader in points for Ash is Spidistrami with 11.
And yeah, I went ahead and pulled those up for everybody so we're not on that screen that's showing all the wrong numbers. Looks like we do have another dropout here from G2X. We might get the extended intermission, which of course teams have access to. Notable possession time is almost equal in this game, as all the stats are basically side by side the rest of the way down. Very interesting there. Unfortunately, since the one player keeps dropping out, there's two players actually dropped out in this one. Was it three, in fact? I think it was just two.
No,
some stats certainly missing here.
We had Vanzy drop out, so the dropout's now on G2X's side. So last round it was the last dropout was for Ash, and now we have it the other way.
It does look like there is a timeout taken here by Orange. They will extend this intermission. So I'll bring us some tunes here.
Yeah. So, Dimway, if we had, since we're waiting on this game here, just some results from the other games that have gone on so far. That round 2, we originally had on this channel the Bite of 87 versus Hexalink. The Bite of 87 took round 2 against Gen Z 2-1, so they move into the semifinals already. And the other way, we had Ace versus Click. Ace is who G2X originally lost to, and Click is who Ash lost to. Click beats Ace 2-0. So our semifinal tomorrow will be the Bite of 87 versus Click.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. Isn't Click? Is that that's Air Knight's team, right? Isn't it?
I think that is Link and Chuck, right?
Air Knight, Link, Chuck, and who's the third?
Commander.
Commander?
Right? That's because it's all the C's. There's 3 C's and a
Commander.
L1.
Commander who?
Is it Commander? Or no, Captain. Sorry, I was thinking of
Captain who? Captain Will.
Captain Will. Yeah,
Oh.
Captain Will. Callan. Chuck
Matt
Norris.
Air Knight is Odyssey. My bad.
Yeah, it's Callan, Captain Will, Chuck Norris, Chuck not Norris. Sorry. Link 1, Caption, and then Paranym.
Okay, all right. Because Link and Arrow used to play together, and I think I was just yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And Chuck as well. Chuck actually played with them. But cool. So Toki saying we're out of the CC. Who's out? Toki, who do you play for? Havoc or Hex? Havoc, right? Because I didn't cast Toki today, so there it is. Yeah, Arrow's got it. Yeah, him, Chuck, and Link used to play on Wrath. That's why I thought they were on a team together. Makes sense. But Havoc is out. So that's sorry to hear that, Toki. Though to be fair, there are some really good teams in this Challenger Cup. I'd say look forward to the next one. The next one, I think you'll have a better shot.
Yeah. That Havoc Hexalink Apples was a rematch from our venues match on Sunday, and those two teams played so well and so close. It was thought too when they were playing that there was a chance that whoever lost might not have even made it to this Challenger Cup, and Hexalink did lose, but they still had to, sneak in their way in, and then it's crazy. Now they're moving on to that next round of the losers bracket.
And so, yeah, we have this, just to let everyone know where we're at. We've got round 1 went to G2X, round 2 went to Ash here. And now we're in an extended intermission. The reason we're on this screen instead of the usual intermission screen is so we can pull up stats here and show everybody what's going on. As, yes, Freddles, www. I agree.
That's the best comment we've had all night, didn't we?
Yes. Yes, it is. Absolutely phenomenal. Spot on. It's apt, and on topic.
Could have said it better myself.
So yeah, with all the timeouts of this one, I'm really running out of dead air talk today, because today has been one of those days, Matt.
Yeah.
That what was that room called? What was it called? They called it something.
The disassembly room.
Disassembly room.
At the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia.
It's a disassembly room day, is what it is.
Yeah, and at the Flyers, which is a hockey team in the NHL, at their arena, they I don't know if they still have it right now, but they had it a couple seasons ago. It was something called the disassembly room, and Dimmy was saying he could he could really use a visit there tonight because they give you a bat and some goggles and let you go to town and just smash as many things as you can. So he's ready to take his computer, from what I understand, and just go Office Space on it.
No, not my baby.
Oh, not okay. Maybe
I
not
couldn't. You know, I mean, the inclination is certainly there, because it has been very aggravated today. But not until I get a new graphics card, and then I'll consider it. Then I'll consider it. It's only with the old graphics. You know what I mean? I'll replace them and then put the old graphics card in the old machine, and that's the machine I'll destroy. As we are at 5 minutes here, so teams should be readying back up, unless they are. Well, there's no. Actually, there's no. What do we say? League subs in the CC. So actually, at 4 minutes should have been when the unpause button was hit. We're over 5, so we have overstayed that pause. So y'all need to get going here, as that is the rule. Extended to 5 minutes. Sir, are you drawing to our show? So, what? Wait, what? Why would I be drawing? What am I drawing? What?
He said he was dancing at the end of the stream, right? That's what you said. I can dance. You said you did ballet and you're going to dance at the end of the stream. You're going to get on camera. Not draw.
I don't draw. I've never been good at drawing. At all. Although, you know, as I got older, I realized it's something you could actually practice at. Kind of like handwriting. I actually didn't know. No one ever told me that you could get better. Your handwriting could improve if you practice. It seems obvious. Like that's obvious. But to a kid, that's not like stuff like that's not obvious. It really isn't. Unless, you know, it might have been obvious to you. It wasn't to me. So I had no idea that I could. If I literally sat down and practiced my handwriting, it actually wouldn't have been chicken scratch. You know. So now I just have chicken scratch handwriting because I never knew that you could actually get better. This is where we're at.
I've never have been good at handwriting, so I'm never gonna practice. It's fine. I'll just keep printing. You know, that works best. It works. You don't need to change anything.
You know, we do need to change
this pause.
This pause. We're just gonna zoom all the way in on this clock.
Yes, psychotic. This is the MVP of the Snowflake Cup for 2020, right? I think it's 2020. Actually, technically, I am right now still the reigning champ. No MVP this year.
If y'all knew what, like, because I actually, for one of the first times ever, actually had plans tonight. If y'all knew, you wouldn't be doing this to me. You wouldn't be doing this to me right now. If y'all knew, let's go.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Cool. You have no plans, Dimway. Come on. No, none of us have plans.
I have plans.
I have plans.
I have things to do.
Laundry? Oh, they heard you. They heard you. Now they heard you say you had plans. That's all you had to keep saying. You just had to talk about your plans. Can you describe the exact places you're going?
I'm going clubbing. I'm going to the club. I'm going to the club.
And what's the address of this club? Where am I going to
some dub with my homies. It's downtown Pittsburgh, XYZ 412.
Oh crap, my zipper's down.
Oh.
You said XYZ, I'm sorry. We've been talking for a lot. I'm running out of stuff to say.
Zipper, PDQ. We're going to start here in round 3 between G2X and Ash after we've taken every single possible timeout. And here we go. First touch. Ooh, a headbutt there from G2X, sending it into the offensive zone. Will careen around. That will be collected by Spinastrami, who sends that one away.
All the way down into the bubble, bouncing. Ooh, that was very close to finding its way into the goal. Giggity gal. Over to Larry. Trying to work this out of their zone. We'll have to check that back. Ooh, some pressure coming from Ash there. Finally, they get this all the way through the tunnel. Finds King. King did not see Palace early enough. Gets stunned out. This is cleared all the way down. First to get there is the stack. Azon has it now. Bounces off onto ceiling towards the goal. Takes the shot, and King unable to get a hand on it. And the first 2 points of this round are on the board for Ash.
Yeah, Ash get 2 on. That one from Azon. Some phenomenal looks there from Azon as he stopped up above the goal to make sure he got that. And someone's gonna ask, what's that outline going nuts on the screen? I don't know. I don't know. As Giggity Gow, that's just today. That's what today is right there. If it can go wrong, it will. As that gets cleared out here in the offensive zone, although picked up there by Spinistrami. Look, no way is that going to be on. It's close, though. It's very close. And we get the head. Oh, not a headbutt. Vanzy, you should have headbutted. You should have headbutted. I'm just saying. I know. He's like, well, you know, statistically, I know, but you should have done it.
Dimwee wants those beautiful goals. Those headbutts are always nice, but it's better to have 2 points on the board sometimes than have none at all. I'm going to take the opposite approach here. King here has pressure from Azon. We'll get that over to Larry. Larry, oh, got it to heart. The quick pressure by Ash. Paulus now working the disc up, and then we'll recheck this back. Spinistrami. The pressure gets that pass to Paulus. Paulus waiting, gets it to ceiling. Will find Spinistrami cutting towards the goal. Pass over to Azon. Oh, but grab by Larry. That was almost a definite goal, but a beautiful save.
Yeah, it was an amazing stop. I thought for sure that was going in. Now another pickup, open goal shot. Ooh, off the inside of the post. Seen a lot of those tonight in both of these games. Ooh, pick in the pocket there. Larry Laws sending it away. We're looking for a stack to pick this one up. Defense does get their first. Offensive, well, Orange stops up short. As Azon will send this one back. The reset there to Vanzy in the bubbles. Vanzy sends it right back to Azon. Little monkey in the middle there with King. As someone is shouting numbers, not anymore. It's that stack it together. No, that's a giveaway there. Larry turning it right back around. Giggity Gow in the area, has it, brings it in, loses the handle. Unfortunate as it's back in possession of Ash.
And now Spinistrami will clear that through mid. The stack for Ash is probably going to get there first. Grabs the disc, cutting towards goal. Decides not to. Oh, but King stunned out. I think got the head on it, but not enough as it still bounces into the goal. 6-0. For the side of Ash.
That was a shot from Palace. Going in off of the head of the goalie. You see Palace backing up in that replay and sending it in. I wonder if he was looking for the 3 or just needed a better angle. But still gets 2 on the board. Puts his team up 6-0. As Giggity Gow will handle this one. Under assault by Azon. Sends it in deep. It gets it beyond the intended target. It will turn over. That is Spinistrami on the back line here for Ash. Sending this one right back through. They do have players in the area. It will be collected there by Palace. Open goal goes wide. And down onto the floor. Collected now by Giggity, who clears it up.
Larry Laws now looking for somewhere to throw this disc. Unfortunately, hits it off a Geo that bounces right back to mid. This will be cleared all the way down into the bubble, but picked up by King. Pressure from Vanzy. We'll get that pass off to Larry. Larry now backing up, trying to get away from the pressure. Tries to throw that through tunnel, but again hits a Geo open goal here. Off the post, Vanzy just missing that open goal. But Palace keeping on the pressure for Ash.
A pickup by King there in the defensive zone. Good clear. That one's all the way out. They have a chain to track it down. Oh, just off the mark. Though still picking it off. Here's Giggity, who's uncontested. Takes the defense way too long to get back there. And that is G2X finally finding themselves onto the board here almost halfway through the third round to cut that lead in half.
Yeah, and on the back line there for G2X, I couldn't see exactly who it was, but those stuns kept Ash all the way in the backfield and did not allow them to get back. And that's a huge 3 points because that was a long time to get a shot off to score a 3-pointer. But again, those stuns working perfectly. As this disc now being thrown around mid, finally Palace will work this one up. Has Azon. Azon puts it to the goal, and King quickly bounces back. This one still, though, has Strami here on the backboard. It jukes around. Spinistrami puts it home. Turnover there, unfortunately, goes into the goal. 8-3, Ash.
Yeah, Ash is really taking control of this one. G2X did win the first round. I believe it was by 2 points. What, 14-12, I think. And since then, it's kind of been Ash's game, although G2X has not been not scoring, if that makes sense. As this one kind of a clear, though it is picked up there by Larry Laws. Turns it right over to Spinistrami on the back line. They have a chain ready for this one. That goal is wide. Oh, no, losing the handle on it was Azon there, far side. Now it's Palace who will nail it for that 3 and puts his team up by 8.
Giggity Gout just unable to get their hand on that disc, and things are not going well for G2X. But we have seen them. I'm pretty sure that first round they were down 7-0, or 4-0, something along those lines, and started working their way back. Let's see if they can start to get some cleaner passes. Seems to be their issue. As Giggity will clear this one through tunnel, and that goes right into the hands of Spinastrami. That's what G2X doesn't want to do right now. They don't want to keep turning this disc over right to Ash. They need to start scoring points. Here's a long shot, just missing high. And so we bounce back. King picks it up. And we'll toss this one back to Giggity Gal. Gal to Larry. Larry, cut pass. Oh, just a little too early. Picked up, though, by Giggity Gal, and he scores. And finally, some points on the board. A 6-point game for G2X.
Phenomenal goal there. G2X really needed those points. Only 3 minutes to go here in this third round. Currently down by 6, and I'm pretty sure no team has any timeouts remaining. I don't think G2X might actually have a timeout. I doubt they're going to need to use it, but maybe, you know, we might actually see one more timeout now that I'm thinking about it. I hope none of them are watching the stream because they probably just gave them an idea. That one's going to be sent in there from Azon. So it goes off of the post there on the left side. And greens around, finding its way all the way to that far side trap. And then somehow Spinastrami sends that one backwards. This one is into the zone here, collected by King. King, long shot, redirected by Harns, off of the head for the 3. Unbelievable, they're back within 3.
Dimwee, my goodness, that was a beautiful. I don't know if that was going to go in or not. I think it was saved, and then it's Harns head butts it in. Take notes. What a beautiful play by Harns. That's some quick thinking. I don't want to say using your head because that's too cliche, but that literally was. But back the other way is going to come Ash quickly. The pass here finds Vanzi, puts it back to Azon, back to Vanzi, misses the pass. Hole left open here for G2X to come back in this game with 2 minutes left. Palace, though, will start to cut this one towards the bubble. Pass across, misses Spinastrami, and the stack is going to get there first for G2X, Dimwee.
Now this one's sent out here. Ooh, it's going to be collected by nobody. 1:50 to go still, just a 1-goal game. Spinastrami sending this one back through the 2, back into the G2X zone. Although G2X is going to get there first. Giggity Gal with it on the far side, sending that one through that tube. King with a redirect to send it all the way through, but will be collected instead by Azon. Azon now sending that one through that too. They have the chains still together. Couple of chains stacking after it. A bit of a race, but Harns gets there first instead. Now Harns with a clear of his own all the way through. Has a stack of his own in the area. Goal is wide open here for King, who sends it. Oh, just high. Gets it back. Second opportunity. This one goes wide off of the cone. Will be collected by Spinastrami, who gets that one cleared out through that far side tube.
Unfortunately, 2 huge chances are going to go the other way, though. Ash puts this one on and hits the post as well. Misses from both sides. Spinastrami now throws this one back to Palace. Another post hit by these 2 teams. Again, this will be now on the wall, thrown back to Palace. Palace will try to get this pass out to Spinastrami. Finds them. Spinastrami cutting towards the goal. Has it stolen. Giggity Gal unable to get it all the way out, though. Will be slapped back in. Giggity Gal picks up the disc. Finds the easy pass to Larry. Oh, just out of the hands, just a little bit in front of them. And now Spinastrami puts this one towards goal, and Giggity will pick that up.
Giggity here on the back line, walking it up under pressure. Sends that one out. That's a dump in here. 30 seconds. They need 3. Long heave there wide. Collected here by Harns. Harns sends it out. They know they need the 3. Sends it out to King. King looking for the anchor. Sends it. Hits it, but I believe, no, it's for the 3. They've tied it up here with... we're going overtime.
What a comeback by G2X. It seemed like they were down and out of this game. They slowly worked their way back in with some beautiful 3s. That headbutt by Harns, that final shot with the pressure in the bubble. And yes, Dimly, like you said, we're going to overtime. One of these teams is done after this round.
Yeah, I mean, it's all down to this. The team that wins here will move on to the next round. The team that loses will be relegated to the ladder. As we get started here in this round 3 overtime between G2X and Ash. Will be a headbutt from G2X, sending it into the bubble. They have players in the area. They get it picked up. Oh, the double ding! It doesn't happen. Vanzi gets it picked off and sent out far side tube. That's a good chain there to pick it up. No, it's going to be Vanzi off of a head, though. King keeping it in the zone. Gets stunned out by that back stack. And that is Azon with it. No, Spinastrami with the clear. Cannot get it out. Caught the tube. Collected by King instead as he turns it around here for G2X on the offensive attack now, sending that one into Larry Lulls, who sets it up, sends it in. My controller's breaking. I don't know why, but it's sent out of the bubble once again.
And now Giggity Gal trying to get that pass. Harns now unable to get to it. The clear hits off of Nest. Spinastrami now will clear this on all the way down. It's now in G2X's bubble. First to get there. This one's bouncing around a lot of stuns here. No one at the disc yet. It's still free. Finally, G2X gets there. Very dangerous there. This will be bounced back down the other side. Now we're going the other way. This is picked up by King. King looks past intercepted by Azon and cleared all the way out to mid.
Both of these teams are desperate to not get limited here. This one's at mid. Palace sends that one in off of the bounce. Does he have the angle? No. Picked up by Vanzy. Oh, no. It goes in. That's it. Vanzy's going to get that technical one in for the 2. And Ash is going to win it 13-11 in this round 3 overtime.
Okay, everybody can breathe now. My goodness. Both teams had opportunities to win this one in overtime, and not just little opportunities. Like, amazing plays defensively to keep the disc out. And then the one that had me the most nervous, Dimwee, was when that disc was just sitting right in G2X's, right outside of G2X's bubble, and no one was getting to the disc. But my goodness, what a way to end the night here in this Challenger Cup.
What a way to end it, indeed. Once again, apologies for the stats on the board. They've been messed up all day. We'll get it figured out for tomorrow. But, yeah, we will have, it is Ash moving on, right?
Yes.
Ash moving on to the to the next round. Unfortunately, G2X will be relegated to the ladder. And that one in the overtime there. So, with that being said, what's that?
Actually, that's the end of the tournament for G2X.
Yeah, they're going home. Yeah, they're relegated to the ladder. That's what I mean. They're relegated to the ladder.
Sorry. I'm a dum-dum.
It's all good. So, with that being said, we're going to go and get out of here on Channel 3. I've been Matsud and that was Matt Miko. And we're going to close this one out. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow for some more awesome Echo action as I hit the credits button. Goodbye.
VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, Border Foods, VR Cover, ProTube VR, Rebuff Reality, and VRware.net.